Claudius Ptolemy was an Egyptian writer, astrologer, astronomer, geologist, and of course, mathematician. He was of Greek and Roman descent and lived during the 2nd century Common Era. Beyond the literature written by Ptolemy himself, very little is known of his life except for what can be inferred from his writings, and there is thus no knowledge of his family or peers. However, from sources available to historians, it has been found that he never married and likely was born and died in Alexandria. Living to the age of 78 years, Ptolemy proved to be one of the most influential Greek astronomers of his time. His geocentric model of the solar system was a geometric revelation. Ptolemy used his observations of planetary movements across the sky and applied them to his understanding of circle geometry. Through these applications of mathematics, Ptolemy's theory of the Earth being at the centre of the universe was well received by his contemporaries. The mathematical reasoning and methods used in Ptolemy's astrological studies meant that his theory was embraced for nearly 1,400 years. Although today the theory is generally considered ludicrous, in light of the more familiar heliocentric model proposed by Copernicus, where the Sun is the centre of the universe. Another of Ptolemy's contributions is seen in his table of chords, which provides a list of all the chords that can be created on a circle given a certain angle of the arc. Ptolemy used a circle with a diameter of 120 units to conduct his measurements upon. He chose a particular size because the ratio between a small arc angle and the chord it subtends was the same as the ratio between pi and 3. The first column of the table details the angle of the arc. The second column displays the length of the chord subtended by that angle. And the third column, 60ths, shows the units that should be added to the arc length for every increase of the arc angle by 1 minute. There are 360 angles present in this table. However, not all of them were directly measured. Ptolemy used a circle geometry theorem shown, which he developed earlier, to interpolate and extrapolate his data. This theorem involves a cyclic quadrilateral with points A, B, C, and D which lie on the circle's circumference. In this quadrilateral, we have two pairs of opposite sides, AB and DC, and DA and CB. According to Ptolemy, the added products of these opposite sides is equal to the diagonals of the quadrilateral. Ptolemy used his circle geometry theorem to interpolate and extrapolate his data. It is important to note that this theorem of Ptolemy's particular is still taught today in many school curricula. It is also the earliest surviving table of a trigonometric function. The accuracy proposed by Ptolemy's table of chords generated skepticism among contemporary mathematicians, such as Blavatsky and Gotche. Through their scrutiny of Ptolemy's table of chords, they found that not only were the results provided accurate, but in order to attain such accuracy, Ptolemy had to measure the length of the arcs to 5 sexagesimal places. We encounter sexagesimals today in the measure of angles. For example, an angle might be 30 degrees and 42 minutes. The minutes component is the sexagesimal, which is out of 60. In order for Ptolemy to measure to 5 sexagesimal places, that means that Ptolemy was essentially measuring degrees, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, microseconds, and even nanoseconds. It is extreme precision like this that has allowed the mathematics of Ptolemy to influence not only the minds of his own time, but also the minds of the present and the future.